Hey guys, my name is Ashley. This is my integration video for Orientation to Counselor Professional Identity and Function. I aspire to be a professional counselor with a Christian worldview. Being a professional counselor will allow me to serve people needing care, love, and empathy. Practicing counseling with a Christian worldview would allow me to show the love of God to others, even if it needs to be shown discreetly through the compassion God has given me to serve others. As a professional counselor with a Christian worldview, one issue that will need careful attention is making sure that I do not project my Christian views onto my clients. My client may not believe in God, and although I may disagree, I will have to be sure to remember that we are to love them no matter what they believe. We are all created equally in God's eyes, and we are to love each other as such. My views align with the Allies model. The Allies model, according to Simmons et al. 2020, is described as, proponents of this model hold that all truth is God's truth, and as such, the two disciplines of psychology and theology can shed light on the truth. I firmly believe that God is the beginning and the end. However, I also believe that we are sinners who will sin regardless. We can accomplish anything with God's help, but there are times when help is needed for us to overcome obstacles. In the Bible, Jesus was a counselor. He counseled many people and healed the sick. Even though Jesus was a counselor, the others still talked amongst themselves and submitted to an informal form of counseling with their peers. From Hebrews 3:13, but encourage one another day after day, as long as it is still called today, so that none of you will be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin. This verse tells us to be encouraging and uplifting to one another, and by doing so that we will not be hardened. Although we will never be Jesus, we can live like him through counsel and those around us. I could foresee a challenge to this model, being the client following a more antagonistic model on either side of Christianity or psychology. Following the antagonistic model, the client would likely see the other's views as adversarial and unwilling to find a middle ground. Simultaneously, not agreeing with the client could cause a rift, resulting in a refusal to receive further counsel. The Code of Ethics, Sections A4B, focuses on personal views. In counseling, the counselor should not project their views onto their client. Striving to maintain a blank slate and treat each client as if they only need someone to understand and let them talk about the issues they are suffering is an efficient way of following Section A4B. Counselors need to practice self-awareness fluently. The practice of constant self-awareness helps the counselor to ensure that the focus is on the client. Learning to make self-awareness second nature will offer a sense of care and love for the client and lead the counselor to a healthier state of mind.